All right, everybody. Welcome to another interview series. Emanny is with me, and I have him sitting across from me, kind of like a Fox News show, like we're facing off. But Salute, what's up, man?
Danny, what up, man?
I'm happy to have you back.
I'm glad to be back.
What happened at that Joe Budden party?
You
Everybody's
just
talking.
going straight off the
Going straight.
no. How you been? How's your day?
No, how
Just
you
straight
been?
off
All
the
right.
rip.
How you been? How you been?
Been good. Been good. Now we ain't gotta get to know.
No, but I mean, I
we
just
did
feel
it.
like I haven't. I always gotta preface things now because there's not at all me trying to start off early. But I feel like I don't see you on the pod as much. Like maybe because you're on Patreon more. But
Yeah, I'm only on Patreon, and I like that.
was that a decision you made?
No,
Okay, wait.
this is a decision they made
Why?
And-
How did they make that decision?
because I don't think they needed me on the main pod.
Okay.
They didn't need me on the main pod, and I think everybody on there, the balance of what everyone gives is perfect for that. I think what I need to present and energy and topics, which are not usually current event, I think I do pretty well on Patreon.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. Well, I think you said that Patreon's more important to you anyway.
For me, it is.
Yeah.
It's where the paying customers are.
Okay.
I really don't want to talk to nobody who doesn't have a Patreon.
Mm.
Like, I want to talk to the people who are willing to buy, pay, subscribe, whether it's 5, 10, 15, whatever it is. I want to talk to those people because at some point, I would love to be able to transfer them over to my side at some point.
Do you, when the free pod is like done, is there like a speech given? Like, yo, this is Patreon, or is like, y'all just stop and record? Because I feel like it requires different things.
So you want me to give you the science of how we run?
No, not really. I
No,
just,
no,
I just
no.
think it's like the playoffs and like the NBA, like the regular season. Like, is there like a different approach from podcasters?
No. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't consider what y'all consider the main pod. For me, the Patreon is the main pod, like I said, because that's where the subscription base is at. I treat that like the main pod for me.
Okay.
Everyone else I can't speak for. But I don't think that there's a switch up. I think the only thing that switches up is the topics are just more current event driven. Other than that, nah, nothing different.
I feel like there's more of a switch up in terms of like, let's say you talk about your girl or y'all deep dive on that. Versus on the free pod, y'all not gonna deep dive on that.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, the current event shit is more based off of what the main or the YouTube-esque pod should be. Yeah,
based.
That makes sense for me. So
okay,
yeah, and then you get on the Patreon, get to let loose a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let loose, talk a little more freely. The jokes are maybe a little more risque than you would want to put on the other side.
Yeah. Do you feel like it hurts your visibility as a person to not be on the free pod? Because that's still what most people watch, like by far.
I mean, I think I would be way more visible. I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I enjoy the Patreon and I like sitting on that side. At any point, if Joe was like, yo, get on the main, I wouldn't be like, no, I don't want to do it. No, I would love that visibility, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But no, because when I walk outside, there's not a moment where someone's not coming up to me and saying, yo, I love you on the show. Oh, I wish you were on more. Like, I like that. I like that.
That's awesome. When you reflect kind of, because your journey has always been interesting to me because I feel like you were essentially like me in terms of how you saw the pod. Like, this person's not giving it up. That person's not doing it. But unlike me, you actually get to be on the pod. And I couldn't imagine ever being like you and actually being on the pod. Because people say, oh, Danny, you just want to be on the pod. I don't want to be on the pod.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
I don't think you do. Like, I thought that at one point.
Yeah.
And there's still a part of me that holds on to that to a certain degree. But when I first got there, I wanted to think that there was no difference. Like, nothing was going to shift. Like, oh, I'm going to still be able to look at things the same way while still sitting here. And Ish and Ice told me, like, yo, bro, trust me, it's different. And as much as I wanted to push back at it, they were right. Yeah. At a certain point, it is a difference from just sitting home and watching, or even just sitting on the side and watching, to them being in the game.
Yeah.
So the more I got into the game, I started to understand what they were saying. I still hold, dear to some of the thoughts of having to watch back the game tape and different things. And don't get me wrong, it's not an easy job in a sense mentally, but physically, we work 2 days a week.
Okay.
I would never, if you ever see me anywhere complaining about going to work 2 days a week, you should slap the holy out of me.
You still feel that way? Because I'm 100% correct in this. I do feel like Ish and Ice, even their commentary on Rory and Maul when they used to say like this ain't work. You slowly saw them change like this is work. Like this is real.
Yeah.
Do you still feel that it's not work to you?
No.
It is work.
It's work.
It's work. I'm not saying it's not.
Mentally, it is a lot of work. Physically, it is not work.
Yeah.
I don't care what no one says. Physically, it's not work. Like, I know people who 7 days, not 5 days a week. I know people that work 7 days a week.
Sad. Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah.
Have to get up manually. Like, I know people who continuously do that. So I would never even try to disrespect what they do by saying, oh my God, I'm just working so much. It's just, it's nah.
Yeah. I always think about that because that was a big time. Like you came in like NWO, like just saying things that uprooted the structure. And even on top of that, you had a big argument with Ish that was cut out, that you specifically asked to be cut out, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's interesting because Melyssa Ford just had something where she wishes she cut it out, blah, blah, blah. What happened? What occurred that you wanted to cut it out? Like, I don't want details because on Spaces, you'd be like, nah, something happened. I just didn't want it. But what did you feel like you just acted up?
No, I feel like I told her before, but if I didn't, let me Ish had said something on the pod when I wasn't there that I didn't like.
Emanny can't teach me anything.
There you go. I thought that was insulting.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, I would still think it's a little insulting, right? I do think how I addressed him, the moment I addressed him, plus with us having guests there, just wasn't the right time to do that.
That was the girl who was there.
Yeah, there were women there. That wasn't the moment to do it. And the way I did it wasn't the moment to do it. And on top of that, Ish is a good guy. I know if even if he misspoke, even if he didn't I just know he's a good guy.
Okay.
If I needed to really explain how I felt, I could have did it in a better way. Me, I was just off. I just went on 10.
Okay.
And a big part of that was when I got a chance to just walk out the room and then actually talk to him. It's like, that's not how I need to represent myself, especially with him. I really rock with Ish. Like, I don't want it to ever be confused like there's now going to be this light skin versus light skin battle.
Okay.
Nah. So I that was a decision I made simply because I was disrespecting him and I didn't think people needed to see that.
Like disrespecting him in terms of like cursing him out?
Yeah, just saying certain words, getting a little too hostile.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve to have the world think that people. I don't play with people like that. So if I get to that point and I can recognize I'm going a little too far, I'm not so tough to where I can't say, all right, let me pull back. This wasn't cool, and I don't want you to look like you're somebody that I can just step on a disrespect to be kind of hostile to, like that.
Did you give Ish my number? Like, who gave him my phone number, man? He called me at my job.
He did speak about that.
Like, who?
He did speak about that.
I'm still trying to find out.
Well, he called you at the job for a reason, right?
And yeah.
Let me ask you a question. In those situations, right, even though there is some level of like people at the pod not really rocking with some of the content that you do, right? Especially Ish. Ish doesn't want that level of communication with you. And he's made it very clear he don't want to even delve into this. But do you think the fact that we provide you with so much content, that may be a courtesy call, even if you guys aren't amicable, you could have maybe just reached out and said, hey, Ish, I just want to keep you aware that, like, even like, I feel like it's like,
yeah.
But nah, I think, and a big part of people probably be like, why is Emanny sitting with Danny again? They're like, oh, you guys go back and forth. It's because at the end of the day, this is the business. And I think there's a level of courtesy we both should give each other, even if we aren't the coolest, even if we aren't, even seeing eye to eye on everything. You do help in a certain way. You hurt as well.
How do I hurt?
Narratives.
But I always find that funny because the pod is so driven by narratives. Like,
yeah, but we get to control it. We don't want you to control it.
I think y'all can control it.
We get.
I don't think you're broke the way they make you seem. I don't think you're that broke. Like,
okay, wait. First off, take the that away. I'm not fucking broke.
But that's what they make it. Section 8 and all this. You grew up like this, but that was back.
But growing up, I mean, listen, I'm transparent.
Okay.
And let's be very clear. At the day where I am fiscally like more mature, I still wouldn't show it. I still wouldn't talk about it. I still wouldn't flaunt it. I honestly think it's whack. And that might be a part of why career-wise I've kind of like not hit a certain mark. because I just never had that need for machismo or that competitive thing. Like I don't want to compete with other. I don't want to have to look at your watch and see what you want. And I don't want to have to do any of that. To me, it's corny. So I'm able to get on a platform, talk about my misfortunes, and not feel like bad about it. Now, yeah, it leaves rooms for jokes and it lets people think whatever. Cool. I'm cool with that. I'm not really tripping off of that. But if I was broke, trust me, things will look a lot different.
Okay.
I'll be a lot angrier. I'll be charging people a lot more.
Okay.
I think if you look at everything I've done thus far, like I've done everything for free. I've done everything out of my own pocket. I've done everything to kind of just help the next person get ahead. If I was pressed, trust me, you know it.
Do you think of ways to monetize that personality to like make money? Like
I'm working on that.
'Cause
I'm building on that.
usually like people who do stuff for free get it back in some way, like in good ways. Like yeah.
I think the universe is gonna pay everything forward for me.
Okay.
I've honestly gotten to that point. I've seen myself do a lot for other people out of just really just wanting to help other people. And I do think at some point the universe is gonna say, all right, man, here you go, bro.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep working at it.
Speaking of people who ain't broke, Joe, 900,000 a month.
He killing. That's my boy.
You don't
That's
think
my
it's
boy.
fake?
No,
Nah, I mean neither.
no. I know it ain't fake.
But the thing is, it could that level of money, it's like more than the white dudes.
Okay.
It's like an American Gangster. You remember when they were like, Frank Lucas is selling more than any gang outlet, even the Italians. They're like, no Italian.
Right.
That's how it looks like. He's like Frank Lucas.
You don't think that's fire?
I think it's fire, but I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest. I didn't see him doing that.
Let me say this. I've known a lot of rich people in my life. I've worked with a lot of rich people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Joe is the only one I've seen go from having to really struggle while still having a fan base and still trying to put things together. Like I was there for it.
Yeah.
I was a part of it from the very early stages of it. When people think I'm really happy to see one of my friends go from that to this. And usually when people go ahead and get from that to this, like they become shittier people.
Yeah.
Like he's grown so much as a person. I've never had to tell him this, but he's a much more pleasant, much more a selfless. Like the money made him a better person for me in my eyes.
Yeah.
Don't mean he was a bad person then, but he definitely had flaws. We all have flaws.
Yeah.
But to see him now finally get to a happy place where he can do what he's doing, and at the end of the day, he's putting all his people on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the things we talk about. We want to see happen in this space.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just giving chances to everybody he knows. You definitely have to have some type of talent.
Yeah.
But the fact that he'd rather do that with us instead of just picking up random people, that's dope, bro. People need to champion that more. And he's earned every $900K a month that he's getting.
Are you concerned of what this means for the cast? Because it does look like it's impacting everybody.
Why? Why would it impact everybody?
Well, one of the benefits of not having a deal go public is that people don't know what's going on. And if you look at like Shannon Sharp or other people that have had deals like, oh, this guy's about to get 100 million, or even Dave Chappelle, people start to look at them and there's a microscope. And I think some of the people might be on that show he's on.
He worked for it. I don't think nobody on that show was like thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. Let's just remove the show. If anybody in his life is thinking that and envious or jealous or feel like they should be getting something, then they're the problem.
Okay.
He earned that.
Yeah.
He really earned that.
There's no sense of entitlement from you, like you deserve, not you, but like
I don't think anyone up there. And if that's the case, work for it. Mm-hmm. Work harder for it and then demand it. And if it's really what you're supposed to be given, then you'll get it. Mm-hmm. Or get it on your own.
Yeah.
Like what's made for everybody up there is what's made for them. Yeah. So I don't look at what anyone else is making and think, oh, I should be. No, it's not. That's not it.
Yeah.
That's not it. Like, if anything, that number inspired me to know that, oh, at some point, that's obtainable for me as well. As long as I stay consistent and do whatever I need to do in whatever space I want to go ahead and branch into.
Yeah, I'd be confused why all of y'all don't have Patreons. Like, I would think, like, you would know that, oh, Joe has a Patreon, so
Mhm.
there might be like at least 3% of his audience
Well,
that want a
when the
Patreon.
funny thing is when I said I was taking my content straight to Patreon, everybody was like, no, dummy, you got to start here. I was like, I never said I was going to just exclusively be on Patreon, but
Clips.
yeah, I'm definitely going to start a Patreon the moment I drop content for I don't care if it's 1 subscriber,
Yeah.
7 subscribers. I want to get that thought process going from the jump. At some point, you're going to have to come over and purchase somewhere. Now, of course, clips, certain little other things might be available for the freebie, but yeah, no, I'm there. I'm sitting there and I'm watching him and Ian construct
Yeah.
a master class on how to move in this. Why would I not go ahead and do a Patreon? Flip has one.
Yeah.
Mel has a great podcast going on. I'm pretty sure at some point she's going to transition and do subscription based. Mark,
Yeah.
same, like it's there.
Yeah, like 1%. Like imagine if you convert 1% of Joe's audience, that's like 8,000 a month,
Bro.
Like that's like light work,
Bro.
Yeah.
Listen, I've done enough watching and I've done enough studying of their model to now know what I need to do to move it forward. So I've taken, 1 step towards that, and I'll take the next steps. It's not for everybody to see. It's not for me to have to talk about, but when it happens, it'll happen. And if I make $1 million a month quietly, I'll be happy with that. I don't need to be in the front showing everybody, hey, I did something today.
Damn, I feel like it's so easy for you in terms of just what, like you could interview people on the pod and just put it on Patreon.
Could.
Flip, like they all owe you.
Could.
Yeah, not
They
owe.
no.
No, man, like Flip.
I mean,
yeah,
you owe me.
yeah.
You said you didn't.
Yeah,
You said you didn't, but I'm coming for my interview.
Well, that was because I didn't want to, because of the situation. I didn't.
You don't want to be cool online. You don't.
I think I'm mad cool, but like
I think in person you totally different from like, and I think a lot of people like that, and I understand it at this point. Like as much as I want to fight against it at a certain point, I get it, because in order to get Joe, I mean, and all the other people who are in this space, got to get somebody like you. Like Joe will come off a certain way online, or on pod or whatever, and then a lot of people say have a totally different experience with him offline. Or same thing with me. Like I've had those conversations of, yo, E, you just seem like a totally different person. And I'm like, so I get it. I don't trip off of that. But you do owe me.
Okay, I know. Okay.
You do owe me. And I did tell you my idea that I wanted to do, but then we can't do it.
We'll see. I mean, it's evolution. But I think you mentioned Ian Schwarzman. Like, I feel like Ian is very important. Well, it's not feel, he is. How instrumental is he in the day-to-day operations? Like, is he at the pod? Does he text you like, hey, buddy?
Ian.
Yeah.
Ian is one of the few people I feel comfortable texting back, I love you. That's how much I appreciate Ian. I'm not really a mushy person, but Ian is just a good person. Forget the business. Put that to the side. He actually cares about people. He makes you feel happy to be somewhere.
So he's not the evil white man?
No, Ian is a sweetheart, yo.
Okay.
Ian and Keeb, I see them and we hug, and it's like, oh man, good to see. Like you gotta remember, last tour I went on, it was me, Ian, Keeb, Joe, Parks, on the road, in the Suburban, with the merchant back, just going from city to city, like good conversations, good camaraderie. We shared rooms together. Like we are just really.
So you guys shared room together, right?
Me and Parks and me and Keeb. Yeah.
I just want to point that out because somebody said I shared a room with someone, and anyway, that's another story.
Listen, don't start, because I don't want nobody shooting. Listen, I already know what you're about to get to.
No.
And listen, when you on the road, that happens, bro.
Yeah, I don't get it.
As much as people who try to turn it into something salacious.
You gotta get that bag and anyway, go ahead. My bag. You, Ian, Parks, room.
Yeah, no. Ian is really, like, everyone over there is just. But Ian and Keeb are just. I like seeing them.
Okay.
Whenever I see them, it's a great energy of just genuine love, genuine respect. I mean, everyone, but they're just good guys, man.
But why does Ian and Joe work so well? $900,000 a month.
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't pretend like they're both great people. They both have a chemistry going. They both understand the business. Ian 100% understands where Joe's trying to go, and he's going to facilitate it and help get him there.
Okay.
And I think Joe at this point can really trust Ian.
Yeah.
trust him. Like, he really does trust him. Know that he has his best at heart. So, but I'll be lying if I know for sure why they work.
Yeah, because I've been trying to understand like why they like what is it about him that clicked. I watch episodes over and over, and I watched Joe talk about the thought process of navigating from Corey to Ian, and I'm like, what is it about that evolution of that relationship?
I mean, just remove Ian. I mean, there was an evolution that Joe had to go ahead and do.
Mm,
So maybe Ian just came out at a time where Joe was just ready to evolve to another place. It's not saying that Corey didn't do the job to his best ability. It
yeah,
just means maybe it wasn't just receptive at the moment, which whatever it was. Just
yeah,
sometimes it's just a marriage happens at the right moment. And at that moment, Joe needed a Ian.
yeah.
And when Ian came in, Ian was ready.
Hmm.
Let's get to it. Let's work. Like
Yeah.
that was that was a very integral time, I think, for everybody that was around Joe and trying to create. I had just left and moved to LA.
Hmm.
And when I came back, it was just a different energy, different shift. Like I saw the change. It was like, oh shit, we got it's organized over here. All right,
That's funny.
all right, we working. All right.
What was like? Do you have any examples? Because I do wonder. In the beginning, I remember him doing the Hot 97 interview with Ebro. And he was, I got this new manager. He's wanting me to do interviews. And it was like, it seemed like pretty normal stuff. Like, I don't know what's, but it seemed unique to Joe. And I'm like, what was it that there was
I mean,
organization?
I think Joe's talked about it.
Okay.
He's talked about it. Just level of him not being receptive to wanting to do certain things, maybe him not trusting in what they were telling him to do.
Yeah.
Just I really I don't want to talk for them because I really don't know.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like they just met at the perfect time. It's the perfect storm. He was at a space where he no longer wanted to move a certain way. He knew that the music was not going to be
Lucrative anymore.
lucrative for him at this point. And Ian was receptive and was like, okay, I'm not trying to push you to go back on tour. I'm not trying to push you to do another album. What do you want to do?
That's okay. Now you're actually revealing, I think,
That's
some of the
that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
You should let Ian manage you.
I don't think I can afford him and the chunk he takes.
I think
I don't think
I think
or
listen,
or the-
listen, let's just say the chunk he takes, right?
I don't know how much he takes, but
Whatever it is. You don't think it'd be a long-term lucrative thing to do?
I mean, sure. I feel like I don't know, but like I feel like I'm still growing.
Why are you so against coming to the dark side?
The dark side.
Just you can be cool. We ain't got
the
to
leak text, man. We're already. We're already. I'm having fun.
you could come to the dark side, Danny.
What's the dark side?
The dark side is you being a part of something that your fan base and the crew that you built would be against.
My biggest viewed video was Jesus and Merle.
Oh my God. Put it out today. Do a Deezus and Mero video today.
All right.
What do you think that's gonna do?
I think I'll do like a good 20.
All right.
20,000. But here's the thing: if I knew Jesus and Merle like the back of my head, I would probably
No, the fan base don't care enough for you to talk about
because
Deezus
I
and
don't
Mero.
care.
Because the money, this is where the money reside.
No, but what I'm saying, I guess what I'm trying to tell you is like when you know something deeply, and people like No Jumper, right? I did videos for them. I think it was pretty obvious. I don't know No Jumper like that. So I was doing videos about like Crips and Bloods, and I'm like, I don't know anything about. And it came across to their audience. They were like, "Yo, I don't know." But I'm saying if I did, you would get views anyway. So because I knew Joe so well, I knew the podcast Rory and Maul. I felt as if that's why I got because there's people trying to do what I do.
Do a second page.
Do a second.
Do a second page.
Okay.
Do a second YouTube and do nothing but no jumping.
Or something else. Right?
Something else.
Yeah.
You think it would still be just as lucrative as you documenting the JBP?
I think I did a second sports page, and it was like I got like 17,000 views on like a Stephen A. Smith video, but that was only one video. But I mean, everybody knows that JBP is like search engine.
Just come to the dark side.
But like,
Ian, just listen. And the idea that we were talking about on the spaces that day, I think you should let Ian broker that and make it happen. Listen, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater.
You're not a hater.
Like I come off like I really don't care for you people, but I'm not a hater. I can see when something works and it's something dope.
Yeah.
A you and Julian show would be dope.
I think the thing is just the time commitment for me. Like this is what I was trying to kind of illustrate with the people I partnered before with. It's like sitting down and doing a pod doesn't make as much as reacting to the Joe Budden pod. So sometimes,
Yeah, but you think it's short term.
yeah, exactly.
Long term, you know it would be lucrative. You guys
Yeah,
seem like you have a good rapport.
yeah.
You guys will both be interested enough to not just focus on
Mm-hmm.
just the internet world, or you guys can have further conversation that would appeal to other people as well. So I get it and I understand. And what do y'all do that y'all don't have time to give like an hour? Like you got like 2 families or something?
No.
What is it that you do where you can't figure out an hour to shoot another pod?
It's not really much to do. It's just being accountable to another person.
You
That's
got trust issues.
No, yeah.
You do.
It's not that, no, but it's like, yo, we got to be here. And then finding the studio.
We
And all
found
that.
the studio. We at the studio now.
This wasn't free. So you got to account for,
Oh,
all right, so if you book a studio like this 52 times a year, that's $20,000.
I got a studio for you to use.
That's in Jersey. That might as well
And
be
we'll
like,
my partners. We'll figure it out.
that's in Jersey, bro. I'm not going to Jersey. I'm in New York City. You know how New York City people are. We don't want to go outside.
I think the little studio budget once or twice a month is worth the long term
I get
effects. So, but I get it. If you don't want to do it, cool. I might hit Julian up.
Okay. Do a power him.
Perfect strangers.
Yeah.
Little Balky.
That would do numbers.
No.
Yeah, Balky is crazy. Balky is crazy. But you have a podcast studio? You just said it right now.
I don't have nothing.
Okay, why did you say it?
I'm
though?
broke.
You trying to start beef with Wheezy, Mandy? And
No,
Tony?
listen. I salutes to them. Dope
They
book.
give you advice?
No,
Okay.
I don't speak to them. I don't know.
You don't speak to Mandy.
Well, I don't speak to them like on a
Business.
hey, what's it?
Mhm.
Yeah, no. But I've known Mandy for some time, and I like seeing the success that she's achieving.
Mhm.
I remember seeing her from back, living in the Bronx, trying to figure it out.
Was she in podcast? She was just
No, just trying to get to it.
how did
Trying
you
to
know
get
her?
to it. How did I think I might have been trying to like flirt with her, trying to like hit or something. I'm be honest, I'm dead serious. I mean, it might have. That might have been it. And then at some point, we just built like a nice speaking rapport whenever we speak, and now she's doing dope shit.
Yeah, it's funny because we in a podcast where I think she's dope, but I think my question of her and like the reason we have like issues is because I don't know how valuable she is without Bridget or Mandy.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Like in
You do.
terms of just the podcasting dynamic, her biggest pods have been with two, like Wheezy's obviously a big.
Would you
deal.
say that about yourself? We don't know. We don't know how
Valuable by myself?
valuable you would be without covering a certain topic. Or
No,
does that even?
I think that's completely true. I feel like you need to react to something,
But-
whether
but-
it be the war and go ahead. My
But
bad.
you wouldn't let people discredit you for that, right? You would still stand and okay, well, I'm still successful within that whatever.
Yeah.
So why does she have to go ahead and have that even pointed out?
Well, I think she kind of puts herself on that like dynamic where she says things from an authoritative standpoint, but I always question because it's attached to someone else. Like me, it's literally like I didn't have Joe Budden on my channel. I didn't have like I was talking.
But your
about,
content is not solely, but I mean,
Majority.
a large part is attached to Joe.
yeah.
So let's just say Joe stops doing the pod.
Oh, I still have a.
You still have a catalog of Joe, but it's still relying on him.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be fair to keep pointing out if you keep creating a product, no matter how you do it, as long as it's
No.
successful, it's still.
No, I get it. And I'm not even being defensive because I know people are like, this is Danny's kryptonite when you mention this line of thinking he needs to. But no, what I'm saying is if someone else were to do it, and there have been copies of me and it hasn't worked out.
That's true.
They've tried to
That's
do
true.
that. They do like 2 videos and they disappear. There was someone who tried to do it recently. Didn't do a good job. They got like a little bit of views. But
Was it good?
It was just more of a mocking of me. But so
Send it to me. I want to.
they took it down.
Oh.
But anyway, so they did all of that, and but with Mandy, I just like that was my point. Is like I think she needs another personality because it's just hard. There's people that are like Dwayne Wade. He did a podcast that had like 600 views. I was like, yo, it's hard out here.
It is hard. It is hard.
Yeah.
I salute y'all.
Yeah.
Honestly, I salute anybody who starts. The first thing is just starting.
Yeah.
Sticking to it is the next part,
Mm-hmm.
and then actually seeing it grow from the 600 to the 6,000 to the 600. Like that's a process that a lot of people don't want to take.
Yeah.
And that's been a little bit of problem of mine. Like
Mm.
the fear of flight a little bit. To it's like, all right, I think I've overthought the process too much.
Yeah.
I think at a certain point, I put out content, it didn't work. I took it down from YouTube.
Wait, you had a pod.
I had like a series I was doing
You
where I was
interviewed people. I
yeah,
forgot about that.
and it was cool. Like
Yeah.
it was cool experience, and I tested out, and it didn't work. like it wasn't bad. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, so then I wanted to go back and revamp. What does this look like for me?
Mhm.
Am I supposed to start a pod where I'm interviewing people? Am I supposed to start a pod, period?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of pods out here. Do I want to sit around and talk about current events? No, I don't.
Yeah.
So what does a pod look like for me?
The EBP.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, being a like I salute people like you. I salute people like academics. I salute people like Star
Mhm.
who can just stand in front and just talk
Yeah.
on camera,
Hmm.
even if it's just for a clip, even if it's just behind a black wall, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten comfortable to that point. I've always liked being able to interact with someone to go back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's also been a thing. Now you have to find someone who's committed to doing that with you as well, who's like-minded, who has the longevity and the foresight to see where this is going to go.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Doesn't want to be paid.
That too.
Because people have insane evaluations of themselves. Like, oh, I should be making 1,000.
That's a shot.
No, it's not.
I'm not going to engage.
No, but it's not. It's not. It's not a
not.
shot. It's really not a shot. It's just, it's true. People, I mean, the podcast, I'm sure people feel, I would guess at least 70% of the JBP feels like they should be making more.
I think Joe probably feels like he should be making more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's hard.
but the difference is, even in that, you're still doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we haven't stopped doing the work just because we feel like we would want more.
Oh, I'm not even trying to reflect. I was just using them as a case study for why it would be hard for you to find a co-host.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
and not pay them.
This space is not an easy space to get into. So when I see people make the jokes about, oh, you scared? Yeah,
No.
yeah, no, I'm not a liar.
What are you scared of, Emanny?
And this has always been a problem. It's probably a big reason to why, like, in certain realms of music, I didn't reach out. Like, I was always scared of taking that chance in certain realms, like signing the bad contract, or like, who knows what I might have needed to sign that bad contract to get to. Like, I just always had that thing where I felt like I just wanted to take the more careful route. And as I got older, I was like, okay, you probably missed out on a lot of opportunity by going that way.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a space where I want to take all the chances, but I now also have people around me who are gonna, like, help me through that process, like a Ian, like a Joe, like my boy. Like, I have certain people that are now going to help me get to that next level, even if I'm kind of like stepping into muddy waters. Before, I didn't feel like I had that.
Yeah. I would just feel like, man, if you're like, I remember, Greeny from ESPN.
Yes.
One time someone called him, like, they were like, you're a poor man's Bob Costas. And he was like, they thought that was an insult, but I was so happy to be a to be like a poor man's version of the JBP and convert like 5% would be like a massive success. And I'm like, I feel like all of y'all, not just you, but like you, Ish, Ice, that opportunity is literally a layup. And I'm like, why aren't you?
Well,
Yeah.
I'll speak for me. I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer,
Yeah.
and I've always loved entertainment. And I'm now opening my eyes to what the entertainment field could be for me. It doesn't have to be music. It doesn't have to be me. It can be a totally new world that I never even thought exists.
Mhm.
What if Ish don't want that? That should also be fine. He should also be able to get on camera, do the job, and do it to the degree that he wants to do it to, and then not also feel the pressure of people saying, well, why don't you go do it on your own? He might not want to do that.
Yeah.
While he also has his other things going on. Ish, same thing. Park, same thing. Like, I think people start forcing their own ideas of what success is. Yeah, like, I'll take that, because I've made it very clear I want to be in this in a certain way. So if you force those ideas and project, cool, I can handle that. But that's not fair for Ish and anybody else, because he's never at one point said to y'all that he wants to be a sole podcaster.
Yeah, it would seem like a great way to accomplish his goals in other places. Just because if you have like a successful real estate podcast or a successful gamer podcast, it almost, like, look at EYL. Like, I feel like the podcast is almost secondary to what they really got
But
going on.
but what if what he's doing right now in the real estate world is still successful, and that's the level of success he wants to reach and obtain?
I wouldn't know. So
Like,
because I don't know how much his
yeah,
yeah.
like
Mhm.
people really just because the pod itself is just so pulverizing and people feel like everything we do has to be like,
Number one.
yeah, like even when the people talk about the music, it's like, yeah, your music career failed. I'm like, yo, I'm Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
I've put out 7 independent projects, all that were profitable.
Hmm.
And I've worked with a ton of people.
Yeah.
I think for the people that try to enter into music,
It's pretty good.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That might have been my height.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy with knowing that I was able to feed myself, enjoy life, take care of family, like all through just this minuscule way of seeing success. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not meaning I never wanted to be a, a Trey or a Miguel or a Neo. I 100% would have loved to obtain that level of success. But for me to
Rare.
think that my career was a failure
Yeah.
when there's millions of people out here trying to even just get to the position I've gotten to, that's a dumb thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we haven't been messy, Manny.
Get messy. I know you're waiting for it.
No,
You
we
asked
haven't been
the first question you started
I
with was
just-
the birthday party. You want to get to the birthday party?
No, we'll get to that later.
right.
We'll get Mark Lamont, man. He be ODing on you, man. He be joking on you.
Mark is great, and you're not going to get me to say anything negative about Mark.
What? No,
But you know what's funny?
I think he's the best hire Joe ever did, even including Rory and Maul. Just because,
I think so.
yeah, I feel like that took time to build the Rory and Maul and Joe dynamic. Mark Lamont, it was almost instant.
Well, funny enough, I don't know when this is dropping, but we did do an episode recently on Patreon where I did address how I feel about how things are going up there in response to the joking and certain things. And don't get me wrong, I think at this point I've taken jokes
Mhm.
pretty well with the cast, maybe not with people online and things like that,
Mhm.
but I do think there's a level of balance that needs to be created. But I think also I'm responsible for that.
Mhm.
I think if I allow something to continue and people obviously don't see me being bothered by it
Yeah.
in the moment, it's up to me to then say, hey, let's pull back a little bit here.
Mhm.
So I don't think Mark has done any. Mark to me is making me pod better. So I would never have anything negative to say about a joke or anything that he does. But I also do know that if I want to be interacted with in a certain way in certain moments, I have to demand that.
Yeah.
So listen, I grew up, watching the CNN, watching all that, and
Mhm.
I have a respect for what Mark does, not just because he's working with us now, but everything he's done before this.
Yeah.
To work next to him is like a honor and a pleasure. He's a legit guy in media
Mhm.
that I think a lot of us didn't have the opportunity to work around until we started working up there with Joe. So I respect everything he says and does and
Mhm.
how he presents it. Does some of the jokes get to a point where it's like, all right, chill out?
Which Joe got to that?
I don't think it's a specific joke. I just think at a certain point, and then I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
We know this about me already. I'm emotional. Like I've never tried to hide that. I've never tried to run from it. Depending on the day, depending on what's going on in my life, I might feel a different way about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's right. It's just how I feel. So it's up to me to just say, yo, today, let's chill out.
Yeah, I do think most creators are sensitive. Like I feel like every creator I've met, even the ones that proclaim not to be sensitive, are just better at like
We're,
gaslighting you into thinking they're not sensitive.
we're all sensitive, bro. It's not the one person that I don't think is sensitive might be Parks, but I also don't think Parks gets the jokes as much as
Yeah.
other people do. But even away from that, he's just very calm, poised. He doesn't take too much of this to heart. He goes home, he lives his life. Like
Yeah.
he's a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us, yeah, we all get emotional about something.
Yeah. Are the other cast members concerned that Mark is gonna cook them, destroy them, defeat them in verbal warfare? Because that's what everybody says about like Mark is making y'all look so stupid. Y'all look like bad dumb. But I must say, I went to war with Mark in a space ain't got the better of me. Like there's nothing like he's
Mark,
very.
yo,
He's a,
what do people? Okay,
yeah.
Mark is a seasoned journalist.
Yeah.
Mark has went back and forth with the likes of Candace Owens. Like, yeah, he's supposed to cook. I don't know nothing about some
Like
of the shit.
LeBron James beating
Yeah,
you
like-
in a game of one-on-ones.
It's like, yeah, like he's supposed, but don't get me wrong, like, I don't think it's a thing with a like his thing is like, I'm gonna go up there to cook people. If you get cooked, you get cooked.
Mhm.
And there's been moments where he's had back and forths with Ish, and I've looked at it like, all right, Ish got the better of that conversation. There's been moments where I feel like he's had conversations with Joe. I feel like I feel that way.
That feels like cat, man.
No, I feel
Because like
like
when Mark wins, he wins by like 20. And if Ish wins, it's by like 2 points.
a
maybe.
win is a win.
No, it's not.
It
man.
is. A win
No,
is a
it's
win.
not. He be cooking the shit out of y'all, man. Like it'd be crazy. And I understand why, but I'm just saying it's happening. And even Joe's avoiding like arguing with Mark head on, I think. Because Mark is just like
I really think y'all just enjoy someone up there new.
it's not that.
I think you guys have built up so much animosity with some of the previous cast members that I just really look forward to Mark just
Seeing y'all
making.
fail.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. But Mark is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's great. Like,
Yeah.
why would he not be up there saying the things he's saying? And if we saying some dumb shit, then yeah, like it's
Y'all
gonna
be saying
sound dumb.
Some dumb shit. But because it's more, but the reason I think y'all say dumb shit is because y'all not supposed to say smart shit. Like it's not a CNN show. Like it's supposed to be friends kicking it.
This is the barbershop time.
Exactly.
And if you come in there to get the intellect, like go to CNN, go to like go there and get that. But don't now come here. And to be very, very clear, everyone up there is intelligent.
Mhm.
Everyone up there has their level of intellect. No one up there is dumb, a dummy.
Mhm.
Everyone up there has done well for themselves in the areas that they've wanted to pursue, and they've had moments where maybe they might have said something dumb, but they've also had plenty of moments where they said something smart. I just think, like, at the end of the day, like, especially online, especially on Twitter, a lot of y'all just don't like some of us. So at any moment we say anything, it's just, we're gonna highlight it to the 10th degree just because you don't like us.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Yeah, Mark cooks people. He's gonna cook most of the people, and he be cooking y'all.
Yeah,
So.
he do. But
And y'all say a bunch of dumb stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're not under the microscope.
That's the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I guess that Sade thing really made some people upset. Yeah. You disrespected Sade, man. You think
I didn't disrespect
you
Sade.
think UK gonna let you disrespect Sade?
Let me say this. I think Sade is an amazing artist. I think Sade should get all the respect the music industry has given her. I think she is an icon and a legend. Right? That still does not mean that I don't think that there are people who are vocally better than her. Vocally.
I just
like I know people that vocally to me are way better than her that you will probably never hear, never see. And I think that goes for everybody.
Is Stacey Barth better?
Stacey is fire.
Oh my God.
Stacey is a fire vocalist.
I just remember when Joe said Stacey Barth is better than Ariana Grande, and I was like, y'all guys, that pie has like a certain perception.
It depends on what you like. It depends on what you like.
I can't do this, man. I can't do this.
Some people like more tone. Some people like riffers. Some people like people who are just belters. Like Jennifer Hudson is amazing, right?
Yeah.
But she belts. Yeah. She does a lot of belting. She does a lot of scream-esque vocals at a certain point that for me, I don't like to lend to.
Got it.
I like a softer tone. I like something that's a little more calm. Sade is kind of that as well. So I can acknowledge that she's a dope vocalist, but I also know that there's other people before her who are way better.
All right.
That's it.
I just love Sade, but I mean, I don't.
Everyone loves Sade, and salute to Sade.
Who hates Sade?
Like, I don't hate Sade. I'm definitely going to turn it on if it's on, but I ain't running to it.
Yeah,
that's it.
We gotta talk about it, man.
Go ahead.
Israel Palestine. Nah, we gotta talk about it. What's going on? Yo, why are y'all buying in? Because y'all accuse me of creating narratives, but y'all are playing into the narrative that you and Melyssa Ford hooked up.
Am I playing into it?
Y'all, I said y'all, collective.
Okay, but when you say y'all,
Melyssa Ford herself too.
Okay, when you say y'all, are you adding me into the y'all?
Y'all are part of. So sometimes the group is assigned with things, right? So you are part of a podcast that is firmly invested in presenting this narrative that you and Melyssa Ford. Something happened.
Okay.
Something happened. That's what y'all making it seem.
Let-
y'all
let-
putting it out there. I'm reacting to it. I got to ask for my fans.
Let me
I don't
address.
care.
Let me address this in a very careful way because I don't want it to be confused.
Why I got to be careful?
Because we're talking about a woman here,
Okay.
right? And we're talking about a colleague, and we're talking about someone who has who doesn't have the voice to speak for themselves right now, right?
Why they don't have the voice? She's
Well,
on-
because they're not being interviewed.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Why do y'all care that much?
Because y'all talk about it.
Okay, I don't talk about it.
But
And the last time that I did speak about it, I made it very clear that I've never done anything with this woman. I said it myself. I didn't even wait for her to say. I'm not even going to leave it for anyone to think anything. This is my colleague. This is somebody I work with, someone I respect. No.
Okay, you ever saw The Night Of on HBO? Great show, right?
Great show.
Yes.
Great.
Let's reconstruct the night of the party. Uh-oh, you're doing the hand thing. You look nervous.
No. I'm just I'm just looking to see when the interview was up.
Don't look nervous. Feel like an interrogation.
No. Go ahead.
So the night of, I'm going off what Flip said. I'm
Mhm.
going off of what Joe said. I'm
Mhm.
going off of even what Melyssa said. You went there with another lady.
I went there with my girlfriend at the time.
Okay. And the rumor is you did not leave with her.
Well, that's a bad rumor. So what took place is my girl had to work. She worked in nightlife at that time. She left. Everyone went to Joe's party. After the party, I went and picked her up and we went home together.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
There's nothing to it. I did not leave the party with anyone else. I didn't hook up with anyone else. I left the party, and when she got off work, went and got her, we went home together.
So you never been to Melyssa Ford's house?
I have never been to anyone's house at the pod besides
Joe
and Flip.
Okay. Damn, Ian ain't have you at your house? Damn.
No, I haven't been to Ian's
Okay.
crib yet.
All right. So then on top,
I know. Listen. I know. God.
I just
God. Which one? This is my camera right here, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I want you to know. If the broke jokes is okay, and the narrative of the homeless, the broke, all that other stuff is okay to live with, and me not to feel like I have to go ahead and prove that it's not true, so is the Melyssa thing. There's nothing to dissect. It's all joke and humor. All of it. When it comes to that, all joke. We don't have to delve into it. And on top of that, if it was true, it's none of y'all business.
I mean, but it's part of a storyline.
Just appreciate the storyline, and that's it. Have your assumptions, which is people gonna have. They're gonna have the assumptions, but don't come to me like people literally hit me like, "Yo, It's like it's disrespectful. I work with this woman. Why would y'all feel so comfortable to ask me about anybody?
Entertainment business.
You know what's funny? Just man shit. I would never feel comfortable hitting up another guy saying, "Yo, are you fucking this person?"
I wouldn't say all that, but
that's what happens.
okay.
So when you do your clips, I don't get mad at it. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But when people are literally hitting me up or hitting someone else up, it's like, come on, y'all.
Okay.
Like, we're grown people. If I wanted to sleep with whoever on earth, it's not none of your business to the where you should feel comfortable coming and asking me. Make your assumptions. Put up your posts. Do all that. Cool. I addressed it on the pod.
Okay.
I'm now saying it with you. I will never talk about that again on camera because it's disrespectful not just to me, I feel, as a man, but it's disrespectful to the woman who obviously has made it clear they don't want to be engulfed and engaged in that type of way.
Would you say that's a flip?
I have,
Okay.
which is why we got into the thing we got into.
Which was what?
We all know what we got into.
What was it?
We talked about it.
Did y'all almost fight? Because that's what.
I did some immature.
Wait, what do you mean?
I did some. He kept making the jokes.
Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble, but
can't get me in trouble. But
I'm saying, like, talk, what was it immature? What was?
I asked him to come outside. Like
expensive ass condo.
I asked him to come outside, and Flip is like, "E, are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes."
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a step further. He's having a bad day.
Okay.
So yeah, we got outside, and as we got to the elevator. I'm like, yo, let's fight in the elevator. Like, I'm just bugging at that point.
You said you wanted to fight in the elevator?
I'm just bugging. Like, I blacked out. Like, I black out and just say and do stupid stuff.
Okay.
And thankfully, because Flip ain't nobody to play with as well, thankfully, Flip was looking at me like, are you stupid? We got outside and we talked like men, and that's my guy. Like, if anybody knows, they've seen me support Flip probably more than when it comes to content.
Yeah.
Than anyone else up there.
You actually watch it.
Like, I watch it. I watch everybody's stuff, but I actually watched Flip before he was ever up there. And I've always liked his content. So when I got the opportunity to work with him, I was like, all right, it's dope. Same thing with Mark. Same thing, everybody. Like, and I've been a fan of Mel. I've been a fan of everybody. So got the opportunity to work with them. It's dope. But in that interaction, you're going to get to a point where you have some level of disagreement. You're getting to know a person. It's a new closeness that you're building. So in that, there might come some conflict, and that's the real test of any friendship at some certain point. Can we get past the conflict? And thankfully in that moment, he was wise enough to know that, all right, E is just bugging. This ain't that serious. And when we talked, I was like, all right, yeah, you right. But
like, so when you asked Flip to come outside, are other people on the pod watching like, oh?
No, they let us go outside.
Oh, for real?
They let us go. And
doesn't want to stop.
Corey, as the real nigga he is, yo, Poe, get the camera.
Yeah.
Go tape it just in case.
Okay. Corey looks really strong. Like, he looks like he could easily just separate y'all. I saw the benching thing.
I don't think people should want to fight Corey.
It doesn't appear like a good idea.
But Corey's to get Corey to that point, you have to, like, Corey's just a cool, mild man. But he'll break your neck.
Yeah. It seems like that. It seems like
Man, leave Corey alone.
I don't want to issue with Corey. Why are you even positioning me?
Yeah, certain people just leave alone.
Okay. So I also don't know why y'all be telling Flip what makes y'all upset. I feel like that gives him license to make like that, because he's obviously doing it. And he's like Joe. He finds a thing.
You gotta learn to accept people for who they are, how they are, especially in the content space. I've learned Flip to know that if I do say something, that he has every right at that point to use it as content, because he makes it very clear. This is what I do. So I have the choice of either not saying something or just being cool with what happens after that.
Yeah.
Like, that's him. That's him as a person. I would never ask him to change who he is. That works. Now, if someone else started doing that, like Issa-ish, that's not their makeup, that's not their character, then I would look at them like, all right, you going outside of your character of who you are and how you create, to where what's the confusion?
Okay.
Like, even when I had the conversation with Flip, it was like, yo, I feel like you disrespecting me. He was like, why would you even feel that way? Like, you know how I am. You should not personalize this. And I was like, oh, you know what? He's right.
But do you think it's unfair for him to do that to you, considering how he doesn't play like that? With, like, you don't allow, you can't even play like that with him. Like, he would be upset. In terms of
I could.
Yeah.
I could. And then he would just have to be upset.
But you never
But I don't, because I respect people where they, like, because you're a certain way doesn't mean I'm not going to be a certain way.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair. Now it's just a tit for tat. Like, no, if you come to the table as a certain person and you're telling me this is the type of person I am, I have the right to either engage with you or just create separation. I got closer with engaging with Flip at that moment. So now it's on me to deal with the backlash or whatever that looks like, whether it's the jokes, whether it's him whatever it is. Like, he's made it very clear the type of person he is. I could have avoided him. I could have just came to work, did what I did, but no. And I love the fact that he's that front face about it. Like, yeah, I play with y'all, but I don't want y'all playing with me. I'm cool.
And he does have boundaries too. Like, he don't talk about kids. He never talks about y'all wives or anything like that. So I guess that's unfair for me to.
Flip is a good dude, man. Listen, whatever y'all, I'm really honestly, I really wish there was a way to build a safe bridge for everyone.
I will never speak to Flip.
Well, he would never speak to you.
I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I will never speak to Flip. I don't care.
But you don't got to say that. my comment has nothing to do with
I'm
you.
just saying I will, because it puts out the theory that you want to. And I don't. I don't.
And he doesn't want to either.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, and remove Flip. Just everyone.
Yeah.
This is a whole circle of us just being able to make money and make good content, whether it's based off of you making content off of us, vice versa, whatever it is. Like, this is a cycle that at some point we shouldn't all have to feel like, if I see you in the street, I might have to. Now, some of y'all do need to get slapped.
Okay.
Some of y'all do. Yeah. But I'm past the point of feeling like I need
the authorities.
Yeah. But I'm past the point of thinking that I'm the person that needs to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I'm definitely calling the cops.
No.
I can make it clear, man.
I'm calling the cops today too.
I can call the cops.
I'm on probation.
Look at growth.
So yeah.
All right. So, I was listening to a podcast about like the teams from the 2010s, like how there was the Spurs that did like the cerebral pass, and they played the chess game, and then there was the Thunder, who like, if you played the chess game, they just flip that shit over and dunk on you. Flip is the Thunder. Joe Budden is the Spurs. Because he's disrespecting you too.
How?
The joke. I don't even feel comfortable recounting the joke.
What's the joke?
The joke about blowing the ashes.
Yo, you know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
I really wish, because that was just the audio.
Yeah.
I really wish the visual was there. I really honestly don't think people would have taken any of that serious if the visual would have matched what was going on in that moment. I was untwisting the chain. This is the chain right here. So I was untwisting the chain, and I was sitting next to Ish while I was doing it. And Ish got scary about the fact that maybe some of the ashes would come out.
That's funny.
So Joe was responding to that action,
okay,
which in the moment might have still not been funny to some people, but it would have been a little bit of context to why it was even said, right? Secondly, me and Joe have known each other since, I think, 2007, 8. That is probably not even top 5 of the egregious jokes we have made with each other.
All right.
We have that rapport. So I understand other people seeing it. Like, I have people in my family who are upset about it. Okay, I understand. But that's my mom.
Yeah.
If I ain't upset, y'all should relax. And if my sisters ain't upset, y'all should even more relax. Now, you can go ahead. Everybody online had their reactions. Cool. What bothered me about that was people now looking at me a certain way because I let the joke fly. You can't tell me how to react to a joke about something that's personalized to me. Like, it's my mother. Now, if my mom's in the afterlife want to go and haunt Joe and she don't like the joke, then you got them. But when I spoke to my sisters and they heard it, and they was like, we make worse jokes about mommy. Like, and Joe, we consider Joe family. Like we good. Like, and you don't have to, and they never wanted me to say anything about it.
Okay.
But we potted. So
what do you say to those that think it's kind of like a power dynamic there where Joe can make a joke just because he employs all y'all? Those people might be me.
With the stories that right. Yeah, everyone just gonna punch their ball. Like, yo, with the stories people have heard of me.
Yeah.
Like, we've told stories about me and Joe almost fighting in the studio.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a time where he, I guess, somewhat employed me.
Yeah.
Do people think that still wouldn't happen? Like, with all the stories of me being ill-tempered, does anyone think that at some point I wouldn't be able to just go ahead and feel comfortable smacking the taste out of anybody's mouth at this point? Like, I don't, there's no power dynamic. There's a respect as the boss that I'm going to approach. Forget the boss. There's a respect for everybody that works up there that I'm going to now move and approach. So even if I feel a way about something, I would pull them to the side and speak in a proper way. But my history has always been the guy that flies off the handle. So at no point do I think power dynamics or being employed by somebody would be the thing where I stop and say, all right, let me just think about this and think through it. No, I would have flew off the handle if I felt the way. I might have regretted it after because I would have been like, what the hell did I just do? But
I mean, you did it with Flip, right?
I've done it with everyone. I've done it with Joe in the past. I've done it with every single person that I've ever felt that there's been an issue with. That's just not the way to handle things now in life. Like, just mentioned, I'm on probation for acting that way.
Mhm.
And not even acting that way in a bad way. Like, I reacted trying to help two women,
Yeah.
and I don't regret it. But at the end of the day, I have to think through the things that I'm doing in life.
Yeah.
40 plus,
Mhm.
with kids, with a career, with things that I can actually lose just because I want to fly off the handle. So no matter what someone says to me at this point in life, it should never get me to the point where I feel with you. I've had occurrences with you online where I felt like, yo, why are you talking to me a certain way? It's where I wanted to be like, yo, when I see Danny, it's like, why am I thinking like that today?
Mhm.
Is anything that anyone is saying that detrimental to my life to where I feel like I need to just go crazy and just, it's not worth it.
Okay. Speaking of when you went crazy, we got to talk about it. Back Woody, man.
That's my guy.
He's a guy. Are you saying
That's,
he's your guy because like
that's my guy.
it's like when Adam 22 has an incident happen and he's like the guy that has the incident happen. That's my guy because he don't want a lawsuit. Is that what you're doing?
No,
Is that
no.
what you're doing?
Yo, you know what's so funny? If people watch that I was still wrong at the end of the day. But that progressed in a way where I think a lot of people would have felt uneasy about where it was going.
Mhm.
And as the person who never likes to get hit first, I like to I like to step in front of that. And I
Yeah.
think that's what happened in that moment. But I mean, back when he was inebriated. And people think that I was inebriated, but I wasn't. But I might have been a little more angrier than what I should have been because of some other things going on in life. And, you know, especially when I feel like I'm doing something to help. And then I get put in a position where now I feel like I'm being disrespected. It's like, I don't even have to be here.
Yeah.
And Joe didn't want me to be there. So I went against what Joe was telling me to do so I can support
Joe
someone.
said don't go there.
Yeah.
Why? Like he just didn't.
For whatever reason.
Mm.
No, I don't think you should do it.
Mhm.
And I went against that because I'm like, nah, that's my man Flip.
Mhm.
Which should even show more that I'm not going to sit here and listen just because he's the boss. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to decide to do what I think I should do for myself, whether right or wrong. I just so happened in that situation to be wrong. And I had to own that. He told me to sit my ass home. I sat home and I came back to work when it was time to come back to work.
How did they suspend you? Were they like, hey, buddy?
Nah, Joe just was like, yo, sit home for a couple of days. I was like, all right. I didn't know what that meant.
So
And
you didn't even
then
know you were suspended? Like you just
I figured it was, I wasn't titling it as a suspension. I just thought it was like, yo, just sit home.
Mm.
And then when he made it very clear on the pod, like, yeah, we don't know when E's come back up here. And I know Joe does things for dramatics, but when he said it, it seemed very serious. And I also know how he feels about me and
Yeah.
the level of protection and level of care he has in regards to my life. So when I watched, I was like, oh, he's serious. So I just didn't show back up. And then when he hit me, it was like, yo, why you not at work? It's like, nigga, you told me to stay home.
Yeah.
He's like, well, nah, time to come back to work. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's why when Ian was asking me like, "Yo, you want to be on improper improv, or it could be if would you be up to it?" I was like, I would never enter a situation with Flip, not even necessarily because of my dislike of Flip. It's just because I don't feel like he controls his situations like a Joe or a Charlemagne or other people. Like, there's just too many variables that he introduces where even his closest friends should think twice about entering them. And I think that's why Joe may have told you not to go.
I'm not going to say that's true or false.
Yeah.
I think in my situation, it ended up being what it was. I don't think Flip at any point thought that was going to happen. I know he didn't. And I know he didn't want that to happen, which is why he gave the reaction he gave to Woody. Like, he was surprised. And he's also repeatedly saying, yo, E is my guy. Like, he's here as an extension of the JBP.
Yeah.
So he should be the last person that people should be up here playing with. I heard that. And I respected that. I appreciated that he said that. But at the end of the day, he can't control what everyone else does. And I don't take that out on him or make it feel like he purposely put me in a situation. I know he didn't put me in a situation for that to happen because I didn't have to react that way. I could have went ahead and just let words be words.
What I would say is if you see his other recordings where other people are fighting, you might want to assess that might be you. But anyway,
I'm
all
not
right.
saying, leaving that alone.
And why are you guys lying about you not being paid for that? I feel like you guys are trying to go with that narrative.
Not being paid for what?
For whether in the room, whatever that.
I mean, I made money in a different way, but I didn't ask to be in the room. Like I didn't ask for money to be in the room.
But what do you mean you made money in a different
Made money in a different way. But I didn't get like
He
a
gave you some work? Like, what do
Nah.
you think? Like, what do you mean?
Nah,
Like,
nah.
what do you think?
No. I made money in a different way, which I don't want to expound on.
Okay.
But I didn't charge him to be in the room. Other people were paid to be in the room.
Okay.
So when I went there to do it, I was like, I don't need anything to do it. Like I got a free day. You my man. I want to help you. And at the end of the day, you have a platform that I love. So why would I charge? No. I don't. Anybody that if you ask around, I've done interviews, I've done different, ask all of them. I don't ever say, give me this. Now I ain't gonna turn down the money. Like if you got up right now, I was like, yo, E, thank you for the interview. Here a little 12, here a little 15. I'm not gonna say, no, Danny, hold that. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it and take my son out later and go crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't think like that. I've never been money hungry. And maybe that needs to change. Maybe I need to get a little more money hungry.
Financially literate.
I think
that's how you would put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. I made my money. I'm good.
Why are you friends with Rory? How could you betray Joe?
Are you not friends with someone that might not be cool with someone you used to know? Or?
No.
Okay, that's just you.
No, I don't know. I'm just asking because of the story.
Rory has never done anything wrong to me. He's a good guy. I think the split up between him, Joe, Maul is their business. I wasn't around for it. I was living in LA when all that was going on, so I don't have no intel
You
to
said
it.
this before.
And it's the truth.
Did you see my interview with Rory?
I did.
What do you think?
I loved it. I loved that I pressed you. I loved it.
Why did you think that was a press? I feel like
it wasn't impressed, but I think it was the right thing to do, and I think it was an honorable thing to do.
Okay.
Especially if the person that you're talking about is that close to him.
Okay.
Yeah, Rory's a good guy, man.
Mm.
He's a good guy. I don't have a problem saying that.
You think I should have apologized?
Yes.
Did you hear what I said to this?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
Everyone heard it. Come on.
What did I say?
You don't think what you said in regards to her was disrespectful?
I didn't hear what
or demeaning.
Because I don't.
No. Do you? You're not gonna get. You're not gonna
spin me.
I'm not spinning you.
Yeah, did you
I'm not
hear
spinning
it?
you. I did hear it. I did hear it.
What did I say?
I don't think. I'm not repeating anything. You're not gonna.
No, but I need to. Can you give me an idea that would let me know that?
Well, first off, Julian repeated it. So, and I seen it on that interview.
Okay.
So I already.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I know my content.
All right. Go back and watch the tape.
I feel like we're playing poker, and I'm like, I got the king.
Okay, cool. Cool. You don't think that you owe any apologies for anything that you do? Just as a man, respectful.
I think I apologized for something I did on Spaces a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We got him. We got one.
Yeah. I think I forgot there's been other things I've apologized to people. I apologize regularly, but for content stuff, like certain things that I don't like, Damaris called me creepy.
Okay.
On a pod, and I reacted content wise.
Okay.
And I think it, like I said, it all started when I saw the clip of Damaris like shooing away, slapping Julian, and I think that set like her off, and we've been engaged in a podcast.
Yo, I love how you'll do this thing where you never acknowledge how a lot of things start.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll get to the point where you were offended, but you don't talk.
Just how it started, Emanny.
That's not how it starts.
You
have multiple videos where you either make sly comments or you say things in a sly tone that could rub other people the wrong way, and you won't acknowledge it because you're saying that you're doing it under the concept. Not acknowledging that even though you're creating the content, it can still rub people the wrong way, and they're allowed to feel that way. So if there's an apology that needs to start, it needs to start with the things that you're doing within your content that's making people feel a way and feeling like they have to respond now to you. Like, why can't you just ever acknowledge that? Like even our first level of discourse, like you were being sly and somewhat disrespectful. Even I won't even say disrespectful. You were being clever in a very antagonizing way, or very like it was clever, but you can't call people like you can't you can't put adjectives in certain things on people's names that are disrespectful, but then say, "Oh, I'm just doing it in the sense of content." And why are you so offended and emotional? It's like because people respect their names, and people don't want a stranger just saying blanketed things about them just for the sake of viewership.
Well, I think we also have to assess how you thought my cousin was real.
That's true.
So I always try to play it like to the markers of the people that are ingesting this. And also, these people that I react to are people that have said things about people in media, and I would hope that they understand, you know.
True. I
Yeah.
mean,
So I can't apologize. It's against me, my moral fiber, for
it's against
apologizing
your
for
morals
things
to
that
apologize.
not that, but apologize for content creation. But anyway,
I don't think you should apologize for the fact that you're making content. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if your content wasn't good and it wasn't something that people were interested in, we wouldn't even have this much conversation.
okay. Sorry, the engineer just gave me 5 minutes.
All right, yeah. Wrap it up.
She was like,
Um,
man, he's cooking you. It's time to stop.
I do think that I do think everyone that comments back to you, whether they want to admit it or not, they have to respect the fact that what you're doing is having an effect, which means that it is good.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that that means that they have to accept some of the disrespect they feel that comes with the content.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like, I think at this point, I've tried to make it my duty, even if I comment on people that I don't know on the pod, that I want to do it in a way where it's not deemed as I don't respect them. And sometimes you talk in a way where you come off like you don't respect the people that you're talking about.
Okay.
So that was my
I
own.
love all y'all, man. Y'all,
No, you
know,
don't.
I love,
But it's
all
okay.
y'all. I don't know
You
why
don't, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to, like, I don't love everybody. I like,
Yeah,
there's very
I'm
few
joking. I
people I
love all
love,
y'all.
but
Yeah.
I have a respect that even now, as much as people they're gonna hit me and say, "E, this is your second time going and sitting with Danny. Why?" I respect what you do. I don't respect every level of what
My
you do.
aura.
You think you got aura?
Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't got no aura.
I got aura. See, y'all think aura is a certain thing. See,
No,
the culture classifies aura.
You're good at what you do.
But like in
wouldn't
the
deem it
same
as-
way that like Stuttering John has aura, in the same way that
That's true.
Urkel had aura. Like people all have their auras.
What is it like? Is it disrespectful to say you have nerd aura?
I mean, that's fine with me. Nerds.
Okay.
I mean,
because nerd could be disrespectful.
Lupe
to
just
people.
embarrassed Royce with nerd energy. So
Don't do that.
he did.
Don't do that.
You telling me Royce won? How you can't even say it?
I don't think anybody wanted that because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of that Lupe joint went over my head. I was like, all right. But
You were Joe at
but
first.
Lupe is a mate. We're not gonna play with Lupe.
So you understand all of Kendrick's disses towards Drake, but you couldn't understand Lupe cooked that boy bad. Rotisserie chicken rolling.
And that's why within your WeWorks thing, that's why you guys just get along so well.
Yeah.
All of y'all have a little bit of nerd aura.
I think that's dope.
I'm not saying it's bad. And that's why I think we always clash in that sense. I don't think I have enough nerd aura, and I want to get some. I don't think there's nothing wrong with having.
You trying to buy the aura?
Yeah, I would have no problem investing
I just have
into it.
one last thing before we wrap up.
Mhm.
I defeated.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't been watching them.
So I won.
In regards to y'all backing,
Yeah,
you won.
Okay.
You won. But I still think those guys do good content, but in the space of y'all two, yeah, you got it.
All right. Well, thank you.
You ain't beat Chigs yet though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so don't sit here like you just won and like you want to know. Like, nah.
I mean, but like I'm doing the. All right, let me stop.
Thank you.
No, I was about to take shots at the pod. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. This is Emanny. Anything you want to promote?
Go follow me. Follow everything that I'm about to do. Follow
Yeah.
the things I'm doing now. Support the pod. Go get Patreon. Go follow Jersey Media. Go follow anything that I'm involved in.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Salute. Thank you, everybody.